Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome to this announcement of Fantasy Finds, the first DLC for 2 Point Museum, and it is all fantasy and fairy tale themed. I'm very excited for this. I'm a huge D&D fan. I play most weeks and work in a game store that sells a lot of D&D stuff, so I'm very excited for this. It looks really, really good fun. Link to this trailer will be in the description, where I won't be talking over it, so you can go and watch and listen to what they have to say. But yeah, there's lots of fun things. New map, and on that map there's going to be new things to find, and the new things are going to be tied into a new fantasy theme, but then also they will tie across into other ones. So for instance, the dragon skeleton is both fantasy and prehistoric, and there's also going to be new fish as well. We'll take a look at those in a moment. Here we're taking a look at a new interactive exhibit. This is like a medieval rock'em sock'em robots, which looks great fun, and look at this for a reference. Even the voiceover even says something like striders. Be careful where you stride, which sounds really good fun. But yeah, look at that beautiful D20 there. There's this weird statue that turns people into chickens. They've reused the children models to make goblins and gnomes. They're going to be a new fantasy guest type, so we want to see all this sort of stuff. There's that awesome mimic chest there as well. Yeah, it really does look a lot of fun. There's some spoilers here possibly, so look away now if you don't want to see too much of it, but here gives you a good idea of what to expect. There's an awesome dragon hoarding treasure skeleton here at the front. There's that awesome D20 there. That's the 20-sided dice for those people who aren't savvy for this kind of D&D stuff. There's another statue up there, another fossil up there, look, of a little baby dragon, I think. It is a baby dragon. It's got a little pacifier in its mouth. That's very cute. The chest there, the money chest, I think that is the one that was shown to be a mimic. A mimic is a creature that can take on the form of inanimate objects to pounce on unexpected adventurers. Often chests is a very classic thing they can be, so I imagine some people will go over there and have a look, or maybe it is just when people try and pinch it, when they try and steal it, they become mimic food. One thing I really love is that I think just next to that mimic looks like a new style of cash dispenser, a new kind of donations bin that looks like a little bit like a well. That's really great, and as soon as I saw that, it made me realize, all the other themes don't have one. They totally shouldn't they? They just have the basic one that you can recolor. So yeah, I want to see that, please. 2 Point, if you're watching, give us one of those that's themed to all of them. That would be great, but that's very good. And there's lots of other things. There's a loot there, that it's bent. I can't imagine what the pun is there. Loopy loot? Melty loot? I'm not sure. Some nice little bits of decoration outside there, barrels and stone ruins. They look great. And then over here we see that chicken statue, and then here we see something like Rapunzel's tower and some trolls hanging around. Maybe that's another Lord of the Rings reference where the trolls get frozen by the sun. And I'm not really up on my Lord of the Rings, I'm sorry. There's a better look at the D20 and then some of the scenery. There's some nice pots and barrels and these sort of Viking banners. They're very, very cool. And here's a better look at the Rapunzel's tower. There is actually a Rapunzel gnome that sort of comes out and interacts with people. That looks like lots of fun. We see some gift shop stuff. Oh, so maybe the gnomes walking around aren't actual gnomes. Maybe they're kids in gnome outfits, is that? And also the dragon plushies look really great there as well. The basket of apples is good, and the vines on the wall. Love all the scenery, really great. Here's a look at the new map that we're going to get to look at. Does that read something up there? Woods? Something? Woods? Dun. Oh, that's really tough to read. Does that say something? And I just can't read it. That's definitely something woods. Dungius woods? Answers on a postcard as to what that says, please, folks. But there'd be dragons in the water. Lots of fun. Here's some more crossovers with the science theme then, I think. Looking like it. These look like contraptions that you can build. That looks like a thing that farts out fire there, which is very 2 Point. But I assume these are, sort of like dwarven forge machinery that you can build but add in as part of the fantasy. The benches and bins are great as well. Real chunky medieval style wood and metal. Love that. And another overview of a museum with all of this sort of stuff in. It looks really quite great. Look at the helicopter refit as well with the leaf blades there. That's really fun. And I think that's a new thingy counter, entrance counter, that it looks a little bit like the Explorers one, but not quite, different colours. And at the back there you can see a tank with a few new fish in. We actually get a closer look of those as well. If we go here, 2 new fish. I mean, I'm going to have a good old guess that that's a swordfish there. And then this looks like an opposite mermaid. It's like the top half is fish and the bottom half is human legs, which I think is kind of awesome. And then a little Midas goblin down here. Look at that. This looks like a lot of fun, and I feel like it's just about the right time as well. I have actually got to go back and get two 5 stars on 2. We're not quite finished. I did that live stream to finish off the 5 stars, and we didn't get near the finish, and then there's been some other games come along, but I do want to go back and get 5 stars on all of them, and yeah, I think just perfect timing for this. July 17th I think it drops. Very excited to see it. I will be bringing this back to the channel. We had a lot of fun in 2 Point Museum, probably my favorite of the series. Honestly, I'm very excited to see some more from it. We had a lot of great times in the base game, and I think this is just right for a DLC. Really great theme. I'd have put money on it being like an art theme. I thought that could have been the one. I thought we'd have seen like statues and paintings and what have you. But this is actually a lot more creative than that. So I've got to give them credit. We'll be diving into this one as soon as we get our hands on it, and I'll be bringing it to the channel. So stick around for that. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all to bits. Till the next one. Be good.